Well, I was interested in folk music because I grew up with an area that had a lot of folk singers and fiddle players. And then when I was a teenager, the Harry Smith anthology was reissued on CD for the first time. It had been out of print on vinyl. I was very interested in it because a lot of the folk music I knew so far was kind of gentle, and a lot of the music on the Harry Smith anthology is very strange and rough and scratchy old recordings and mysterious. I don't worry too much about the future. I think that now they're all present, all versions. So there's tons of people playing folk music of all different styles, and their traditions are very alive, which is fantastic. And so yeah, I'm not sure if it's one thing anymore. I think like nowadays with the internet, it's all different things. But I'm very happy to see, in America, there's tons of people just playing all the tunes and singing the songs. I grew up in New England. I'm not Irish at all. I'm just New England mix, Scottish, French, etc. And so in New England there's a fiddle style, but it's really a mix of French Canadian and Irish influences, because that's the two places, and Scottish. And I realized at a young age that I was mostly interested in the Irish tunes. So as a teenager I became a fiddle player. However, my current life is mostly singing American songs. But I'm still influenced by a lot of the wonderful Irish musicians that I grew up with. First time I was here was 12 years ago, Castelló, 10 to 10, in 2008. And it was one of my very first concerts in Europe that I played on my own. So it was very exciting, as a solo artist. And my friend Thomas Bartlett was with me, playing with his band Doveman. I played with him and he played with me. And so yeah, it's a very memorable time. I loved it, a wonderful festival.
What you gonna do with your pretty little wife? My son, come talk to me. She'll sit her foot in yonder.
It's gone in many directions. I'm still very proud of that album. My most recent album, I wrote all the music, so it's all original music and original writing. So that was exciting, as a change, because the previous records were all folk songs. And I think also over the course, I've now made 6 records, I think, overall. I've gotten more confident as a producer. So on the earlier records, I was more coming in. I still had an influence on the process, but it was really more letting the other people take the lead in terms of the sound, like Valgeir and Thomas. And I think on the last 3 records, even though they have also had wonderful producers, I've been more confident in the studio. Well, I probably write on the guitar the most for composing. Violin, I don't really write on. It helps to have an instrument sometimes it helps to have an instrument that you don't play very well to write on. Like guitar is the instrument that I know the least. I've only been playing since I was 20 years old. And a lot of my best stuff I wrote when I was 23 and I didn't really know about the instrument, because you kind of make things up as you're figuring it out. I still write stuff on there, but you have to kind of it's a good way to kind of shake it up as a creativity, is to find an instrument you don't play so much. Always working on music, so I'll have a new album sometime. And yeah, just playing. I love performing. I love playing concerts. I love being able to play with other musicians like I'm playing with here tonight. So I just love to play concerts, whenever I can.